Meet our first guest.
All right, so our first guest today is actually not one guest, but two, so that's history in the making here at Chatfuel. We've never done a joint interview with a married couple before, and their names are Douglas and Lisa Marie Hatcher. They are the co-founders of Communicate for Impact, which is a brand storytelling training company. Now, Douglas is actually the person that we alluded to earlier. He has over 2 decades of speech writing experience for CEOs and even a US Senator in Washington, D.C. He's also the former vice president for executive communications at MasterCard, which is pretty impressive. And I guess you could say there was a little bit of a credit card rivalry in the Hatcher household because Lisa Marie also for over a decade led teams at American Express. But after all of that, they decided to leave the corporate world and teach business owners how to use brand storytelling to win more customers, increase sales, and deepen brand loyalty. Now, our first tip comes from Douglas, and he says that when you're writing stories for your business, use something called the once upon a time structure. And it's especially useful when you're writing your brand's origin story.
The once upon a time story structure is the same one that the film company Pixar uses for its animated films like Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. It's great. We love it. Let's start. It has 6 parts. Part 1, once upon a time. Part 2, and every day. Until one day. Because of that, until finally. Now let's apply it to a business storytelling situation. Let's explain how this works. Once upon a time, this is the way the world is. This is the current state of things. And every day, this is the recurring problem that your customer or your consumer is facing until one day. This is when you come into the picture. This is when you as a business present your solution or your answer to your customer's problem. Because of that, that's the first payoff. That's the first benefit. It's really the brand promise that you're offering. Because of that is the continuation of that benefit. It's really doubling down on the brand promise until finally. This is the resolution of the problem. It's the better state. It is what we call the new happily ever after.
So maybe you're wondering, who is Mrs. Meyer? And is she even a real person? The answer is yes. Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day household cleaners were inspired by Mrs. Thelma A. Meyer, an Iowan homemaker and mother of 9. Years later, one of her daughters had an idea. It came to her as she walked down the cleaning aisle, eyeing all the products with their conventional ingredients and sterile smells. There's got to be a better way, she thought. Right then and there, she made a decision. I'll make cleaners that smell nice, like my mom's garden. But they'll work like the absolute dickens on daily dirt and grime. No gloves or mask required. And so she did. She named her products after her very practical mom and the common sense values she passed along to her kids. And now, everyone who uses them discovers that a clean home can smell as good as it feels.
I know Andrew loves this brand because he's obsessed with their lavender hand soap.
Ooh.
But another reason to love them is that they know how to do storytelling. This ad fits the 6-part story structure Douglas mentioned really nicely. And we can do a little exercise and go through it and see those points. So the first one was that she noticed the most cleaning products didn't smell nice. Second, she noticed this every time she shopped for them. Number 3, one day she noticed, she can make a change. She decided to make cleaning products that smell nice. Number 4, the smell is the first benefit. Number 5, the second is that they still get the job done. And 6, the resolution is that a clean home can smell as good as it feels. But next, Lisa Mary had another storytelling tip for us. Know your audience, target customer, so you can tell stories that resonates with them.
And they're inspired to buy something because it evokes a common response or a gut reaction in them as a group. And that group may have a common value system or share a common passion for something. For example, I think if you ask a group of people who own Harley Davidsons, they may say that they share the love of the open road or the feeling of freedom that they get when they ride their Harley Davidson. And I'm sure if you ask the same question to those who purchase Mrs. Meyer's cleaning products, they probably say that they're buying them because, one, they're getting a great cleaning product, but they also value the fact that they're botanically based products and they're good for the environment.
Keep scrolling. Be generous with likes. Order food. Skim headlines. Set 3 alarms. Check followers. Order shoes. Use AutoSend for flowers. Use AutoSend for birthdays. Tabs open. Curtains closed. Use headphones. Run in gyms. Order cars. Keep scrolling. Stay in bed. Order food. Keep scrolling. Don't go outside. Don't go outside. Don't leave the phone behind. Do not engage your heart, your mind. No eye contact. No sync. Don't blink. Don't think. Don't ever let yourself feel this alive. Breathe. Ride.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was just busy practicing my deep breathing skills like that mysterious robot lady just told us all to do. But seriously, do you see how powerful appealing to those shared values as emotions can really be? For example, Harley Davidson appealed to autonomy, rebellion, just the idea in general of breaking free from the rat race, and that stuff obviously works. Even for me, by no stretch of the imagination am I Harley Davidson's target customer, but even for me, that ad struck an emotional chord, right? So to the team who worked on that commercial, bravo, you guys deserve an award. And you know who else deserves an award? Like this one right here? Douglas and Lisa Marie, because they have so graciously shared with us their brand storytelling tips. Now, if you want even more business and storytelling advice, you should definitely check out their new book called Win with Decency.